Hayat Ba'ashim Shai, Gashawak, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Shabbat Shalom. All praises to the Most High God. We wanted to just thank you for bringing us here today. Thankful that it's cool up in here today. It's fire outside. Just thank the Most High for the family being here and continue to be here and continuing your walk and getting your knowledge up. Today we're going to be going into the land of Canaan. Canaan and its giants. We could name it Canaan and the giants. Get some history on the land and the place that they're, the land that they're, have taken over. And why this land is such important. Many people don't really know, well, why are they over there, doing what they're doing. We've kind of been going into this for the past 3 weeks, but we just want to further it and show the importance of it because people just get so caught up in the, just what's going on in Palestine and that particular place and not understanding, Abraham's promise and the shifting and moving that was going on with the Nephilim, the wars of, of Joshua and Moses, when Moses was telling Israel what they were about to go do. So we want to bring out some edification. We got some images we're gonna pass around. You can look at just to show you some geography about where the places are. I know some of us have our knowledge up on where certain places are in the world on maps, and some of us kind of like, where's that? So pray that can edify and help. So we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 9 first. Let's start that from the top.
Let's go to Genesis chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every morning, that's like every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall you not eat.
Mm-hmm.
And surely your blood of your lives will I require.
So remember, that's why the Most High wants us to drain out, all the blood we eat. We don't eat, bloody steak and things like that. We make sure we cook it through and through. Keep it going.
And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, and at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood by man shall his blood be shed.
Mm-hmm.
For in the image of God made he man. And you, be ye fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah, and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud. And I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant, which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. These are the three sons of Noah.
So Ham is the father of who?
Of Canaan.
Make sure y'all jot that down.
And of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both of their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren.
What does it say? Read that part again.
It said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren.
Because he looked on his father's nakedness, right? Keep it going.
Picking up at verse 26. And he said, blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died.
All right, so we see that's the beginning of Ham's son, or Ham, getting that curse, and then it going to his seed, right, to Canaan. Through Canaan, you know, that's where we get Jebusites, Hivites, all the giants and things that they were warned against. Let's go to chapter 10 and from the top.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Rephath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families and their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan, and the sons.
We could leave it there. So we see, jot that down. You want to know what Mizraim is?
Egypt.
Come. So the sons of Ham, Cush. What's Cush? Ethiopia. What's Phut? Libyan, Liberia, and Canaan, right? So let's go to Book of Jasher, chapter 13.
Going to the book of Jasher, chapter 13 and verse 1. And Terah took his son Abram and his grandson Lot.
Everyone know who Abram is, right? Everyone know who Abram is? Come.
The son of Haran, and Sarah, his daughter-in-law, the wife of his son Abram, and all the souls of his household, and went with them from Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. And when they came as far as the land of Haran, they remained there, for it was exceedingly good land for pasture, and of sufficient extent for those who accompanied them. And the people of the land of Haran saw that Abram was good and upright with God and men, and that the Lord his God was with him. And some of the people of the land of Haran came and joined Abram, and he taught them the instruction of the Lord and his ways. And these men remained with Abram in his house, and they adhered to him.
Read that part again. Read that verse again.
And the people of the land of Haran saw that Abram was good and upright with God and men, and that the Lord his God was with him. And some of the people of the land of Haran came and joined Abram, and he taught them the instruction of the Lord and his ways.
So that's key, because you got a lot of our people thinking that the laws of the Most High, wasn't with certain people before the time Israel became a nation, but the Most High always had people that he was giving his ways to. Keep that going.
And these men remained with Abram in his house, and they adhered to him. And Abram remained in the land 3 years. And at the expiration of the 3 years, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, I am the Lord who brought thee forth from Kasdim, and delivered thee from the hands of all thine enemies. And now, therefore, if thou wilt hearken to my voice and keep my commandments, my statutes and my laws, then will I cause thy enemies to fall before thee, and I will multiply thy seed like the stars of heaven. And I will send my blessing upon all the works of thy hands, and thou shalt lack nothing. Arise now, take thy wife and all belonging to thee, and go to the land of Canaan and remain there. And I will be, and I will there be unto thee for a God, and I will bless thee. And Abram rose and took his wife and all belonging to him, and he went to the land of Canaan as the Lord had told him. And Abram was 50 years old when he went from Haran. And Abram came to the land of Canaan and dwelt in the midst of the city. And he there pitched his tent amongst the children of Canaan, inhabitants of the land. And the Lord appeared to Abram when he came to the land of Canaan, and said to him, This is the land which I gave unto thee and to thy seed after thee forever. And I will make thy seed like the stars of heaven.
Make thy seed as the stars of heaven. Remember, the Lord's people can't be numbered. He talks about that in the second coming of Christ. Like, it's going to be a lot of people.
And I will give unto thy seed for an inheritance all the lands which thou seest. And Abram built an altar in the place where God had spoken to him. And Abram there called upon the name of the Lord. At that time, at the end of 3 years of Abram's dwelling in the land of Canaan, in that year Noah died, which was the 58th year of the life of Abram. And all the days that Noah lived were 950 years, and he died. And Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, he, his wife, and all belonging to him, and all those that accompanied him, together with those that joined him from the people of the land. But Nahor, Abram's brother, and Terah, his father, and Lot, the son of Haran, and all belonging to them, dwelt in Haran. In the 5th year of Abram's dwelling in the land of Canaan, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah and all the cities of the plain revolted from the power of Kedorlaomer, the king of Elam, for all the kings of the cities of the plain had served Kedorlaomer for 12 years and given him a yearly tax. But in those days, in the 13th year, they rebelled against him. In the 10th year of Abram's dwelling in the land of Canaan, there was war between Nimrod, king of Shinar, and Kedorlaomer, king of Elam. And Nimrod came to fight with Kedorlaomer and to subdue him. For Kedorlaomer was at that time one of the princes of the host of Nimrod. And when all the people at the tower were dispersed, and all those that remained were also scattered upon the face of the earth, Kedorlaomer went to the land of Elam and reigned over it and rebelled against his Lord. And in those days, when Nimrod saw that the cities of the plain had rebelled, he came with pride and anger to war with Kedorlaomer.
Let's skip it around. Let's go to Genesis chapter 15. Let's get this real quick. Now let's start at 13.
Genesis chapter 15 and verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp that passed between those pieces. And that same day the Most High made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
So Abraham was promised there. Anybody want to come, grab this and pass it around? Just give a visual so everyone can kind of see. Right? So the Lord promised this part to Abraham. Let's go to Numbers chapter 13. Verse 1.
Picking up at the book of Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Unto every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And these were their names: in the tribe of Reuben, Shamur.
Let's move it down to 16.
These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Jehoshua's son. Picking up at verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood there or not. And be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rahab, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south, and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes. And they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol, because of the clusters of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither thou sent us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey. And this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak, there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan.
So we see, the Hittites and the Jebusites and Amorites, the Nephilim, they dwelt in the mountain part, right? I don't know if you're looking at that picture, but right up under Mount Hermon, which today is called, right up under that is the land of Bashan, where Og, the king of Bashan, dwelt. So these areas, that they're occupying today have a whole lot of meaning to it, especially in future prophecies. Keep going.
Picking up at verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants.
So the sons of Anak, they were bigger than most. They were bigger than all. When you do the research, it's like the sons of Anak. There's a reason why they keep, they have a different, even bigger stature than the rest of them. We read the word and we research on it. Keep going.
And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight.
Let's move it around to this land. Let's go to Genesis 15. Let's go to First Chronicles. First Chronicles chapter 11. I'm gonna hit these pretty fast. Let's get verse 5.
Book of First Chronicles chapter 11 and verse 5. And the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless, David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. And David said,
Let's get 4 and 5 again. It's 4 and 5.
Come. First Chronicles chapter 11 and verse 4.
Let's get from that all the way down to 8.
14.
Yeah, 11, 14.
Come, pick it up at verse 4. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is David's.
So you got to jot that down, what Jerusalem used to be called, right? The land of the Jebusites. Make sure you got that.
Where the Jebusites were, the inhabitants of the land. The inhabitants of Jebus said to David, thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless, David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. And David said, whosoever smiteth the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain.
So remember, the city of David used to be called Jebus, land of the Jebusites. Keep it going.
So Joab, the son of Zeruiah, went up first and was chief. And David dwelt in the castle, therefore they called it the city of David. And he built the city round about, even from Millo round about, and Joab repaired the rest of the city.
Let's get Judges 19. Start at verse 10.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 19 and verse 10. But the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed and came over against Jebus, which is Jerusalem. And there were with him 2 asses saddled. His concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent. And the servant said unto his master, Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into this city of the Jebusites and lodge in them.
All right. So remember, the Amalekites and the Canaanites, was dealing with each other. So they in the land again, right? The royal of Edom. So to say, the ones that's Nahu and all of them, right? So Most High's word is just, man, 12,000-0, undefeated record, undisputed. Let's go to Luke 21 and 22.
Book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
But woe unto them that are with
Let's go to Genesis 28 and 6. Uh, 28 and 6. These practices that they were doing in the land, same practices they're doing now. Ancient Babylonian, Talmudic, religions. All of it's fallen angel worship, and all the other religions. It's the same thing. It's nothing new. Like they say, they like to say Islam is the newest religion, right? But really, it's ancient. Just repackaged. So what they were doing in the land, the Most High was against, and He was against. Dealing. He didn't. Abraham didn't want Isaac or Jacob or even Esau to deal with the women of that land because why? The practices they were doing, the fallen spirit worships and things like that. It's the same thing today when we read this word. From which areas they're taking over, the practices they're doing. Let's read some on that. Let's go 28 and you start from verse 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 28 and verse 1. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, and charged him and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. Mm-hmm. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother. And God Almighty bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be a multitude of people, and give thee the blessing of Abraham to thee and to thy seed with thee, that thou mayest inherit the land wherein thou art a stranger, which God gave unto Abraham. And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padan Aram, and unto Laban, the son of Bethuel, the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, and sent him away to Padan Aram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padan Aram. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughters of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nabajah, to be his wife.
These royal lines, right? I remember watching something on the Saudis. One of those little special programs. They was interviewing the royal Saudis, and they were asking them, what's your legitimacy? What do you have? Basically, why are you guys the ones, the royal people of this land? He told them just simply the Quran. We the people that obey the Quran. So, but ultimately, they know their bloodline is ancient, right? They know the workings of what they made for. We always post that picture of them, at that glow meeting back when Trump had his first campaign, just them coming together to just show this world dominance, and people just applaud it, don't know what it is, make America great, vote, all these different things, and just praise the Most High that we know that it's all biblical and it's all about this kingdom of heaven, this war of Armageddon, that's coming. So thank you, Most High. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 1.
The book of Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. After the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinances.
You're not supposed to walk in their ordinances. You should not do what they're doing. So we left Egypt and you going into another land that got it. It's like, okay, they got the same thing going. Children of Israel today want everything but this. A lot of people want everything but this knowledge, everything but this heritage. You can go and say you're doing Buddhism. You can go to one of their weddings and all that, and it's more accepted. But you throw the fringes on or something, it's like they try to turn it into a bad thing. Granted, some of our people are doing it themselves, just not operating in the spirit of the Most High the right way, but get what we're saying. Let's go to let's get Deuteronomy 3 real quick, and then we're gonna end it in Enoch. Get Deuteronomy 3 and 8 and 9. Let's get 8.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 3 and verse 8. And we took at that time out of the hand of 2 kings of the Amorites the land that was on this side Jordan, from the river of Arnon unto Mount Hermon.
And if you see that little square box that we got on there, that's Mount Hermon. We're gonna go into Enoch to show that's where the giants, that's where the fallen angels were kicked out. That's where they went, right? So all of that area is not far. It's no coincidence that the giants are dwelling in that land. It's the same spot. It's not far from. Let's get the next verse.
Verse 9. Which Hermon the Sidonians call Syria, and the Amorites call it Shinar.
Let's go to, let's get to one more verse, the next one.
All the cities of the plain, and all Gilead, and all Bashan, unto Salchah, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan.
And Bashan, when you look at that, it's just another way for Golgotha, right? And it's, you see in that little box, Golden Heights. It's what they call it today, Golden Heights. So you got Mount Hermon and Golden Heights right there, right up under there. So where they occupying. Let's go to the book of Enoch chapter 6. Let's get some out of there.
The book of Enoch, chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Sebjaza, who was their leader, said unto them, I fear ye will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear on an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200, who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon.
Of what?
Of Mount Hermon.
Mount Hermon. That same spot what we were showing, right? Let's get Ezekiel. Because what part do the children of Israel play in this? Like the men of Israel that's waking up and that the Most High is preserving for the judgment day, the Terminator, all these things, all these movies that they have, all this Marvel, what they trying to make sure that you're destroyed, no knowledge, self-destruction. Why are they spending so much money on it? And right now, in this hour of temptation, right, the Most High, I see this bill that they passing. And they cutting Planned Parenthood off, so you know they cutting that. They gonna be cutting the EBT. Finally, they cutting a lot of things right now, and you definitely got to get your spirit right with the Most High to be under His head of protection. And if you just doing wicked, the grace is just lifting. So you want to make sure you come to the Most High because they're moving. You know, a line is being drawn. Either you in or you out. To get through these next phases, right? Let's go to Ezekiel 25 and verse 11.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 25 and verse 11. And I will execute judgments upon Moab, and they shall know that I am the Most High. Thus saith the Most High Power, because that Edom hath dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
Oh, they've revenged themselves, right? But it's so, you know, our people just take it upon and just kind of push it on all of Edom. But it's like, look, they getting their own right now too, right? Most of the wicked one just used Edom to just get his revenge. We don't even know who is who. We don't really know why. Everyone just online, social media, just saying, you know, just going off the history, but they can't really answer the why. Why, you know, we in this situation. You tell them, you know, it's something promised to you, you know, who we are. They don't really want to, you know, hear that. But remember, we got to remember it's a remnant. So it's not supposed to be a lot of people that's going to hear what you're talking about. You know, it's just a remnant. Just a remnant in spirits is going to line up easily, right? Because you want to come to the Most High. No one forcing us to be in here today, right? You want to be with like mind, you want to be with your people, you want to serve the Lord, you want to keep the commandments, say gather yourselves and things like that. And the older, you know, your young one's going to get, you're going to realize like, man, I see, yeah, I really do need the Most High if you're not feeling like that right now. So, you know, we was in churches being young and, you know, couldn't wait to get out of there, things like that. But now you see how real it is in this time. So know that this is knowledge you can't get at college, right? Let's keep it going.
Picking up at verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman and they of Dan.
So when you check that out, like the land of Edom is Jordan today, parts of Jordan, all of that. So the same way, when you look at how Israel had to go up from to the south, going up north, and they, like Deuteronomy chapter 2, they had to pass through Edom, and they said, no, you got to go around, right? Same thing is coming back. They're placing their armies and all this. That's why the Most High say he's smiting the nations. It's a united nation, whether people know what they're in it for or not. It's going to be a lot of Judah that's on that side that don't know what's going on, just taking programmed for it. Let's keep it going.
From Teman and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Most High Power. Thus saith the Most High Power, because the Philistines have dealt by revenge, and have taken vengeance with a despiteful heart, to destroy it for the old hatred. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I will stretch out mine hand upon the Philistines, and will cut off the cherethims, and destroy the remnant of the sea coast. And I will execute great vengeance upon them, with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Most High, when I shall lay my vengeance upon them.
Furious rebukes, like what's that? It said the Lord shall rebuke many, like it says book of Jude. I believe that's also Matthew 7. It's gonna rebuke many. So just giving you a little biblical knowledge and history on the land of Canaan and these parts and places of why it's so important. The more we understand the geography side of things, the more we can even understand the book. We can understand the prophecy. We can understand, what the Lord bringing out. And a lot of these places they get renamed, and they do different things. Like you got the Suez Canal that separates, so-called that piece of Africa from Israel. But remember, he said he giving you the land. The Most High not looking at it. You know how we'll have that map of Africa, right? And just be cut off. But the Lord said he giving you that river, that river in Egypt on that. So he's looking at it like that. He's not looking at it like the world has programmed us to look at the land, right? Like we look at America in that middle, then you see in Mexico, and you see in South America. So that's all one landmass, but we've been programmed. Just look at America. And we look at that the same way. Don't even look at this part. We call it the Middle East. So there's definitely a reason why they do these things. Nothing that they do isn't for a reason, and it's the more we study, we realize, like, man, okay, this is important work for us to walk the right way, wake our people up, the ones that want to, follow the Most High, right? So with that, we're gonna pray out and thank the Most High.